Johnny went to studio, this ain't worst I rule, man. Tune in.
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Ryan here with Shred KC. I'm here with my man, Aaron Simpson, Slick Nick as always, and we have a special guest today. I want to introduce you guys to the new fit lifestyle coach at Shred KC. Her name is Lynda Shreve. Say hello, Lynda.
Hello.
So Lynda is amazing. She popped into Shred the other day on a day that I was talking about how I wanted to find a fit lifestyle coach. I've been looking for one for a very long time to come to Shred because I think it's very important. I think it's important for the accountability and then also the motivation, but also digging a little bit deeper into why you may not be achieving your fitness goals. And in the door walks Lynda on the same day. So it was amazing. It was like a godsend. Lynda, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, and it's funny. So I'm new to the Lee Summit area, but I've been in the health and wellness industry for over 20 years. And as I'm searching through the gyms at Lee Summit, Shred kept popping up. And I'm like, it's pretty reputable. I'm going to check it out. And Ryan happened to be in there that day that I walked in there. And the people that I saw working out and then talking to Ryan, and his philosophy is really about the whole person and about it's more than just hitting the gym. It's about the way you live your life, the things we put into our brains and our minds and not just our bodies. And he really got that concept. So for me, it was a no-brainer that Shred was the place that I needed to be. Absolutely.
Yeah. So it was funny too because I'm trying to slow down today. I'm making a conscious effort of talking slow.
Slow down, Bubba.
But Lynda is a fast talker,
and
just
I
like
am
me.
making a conscious effort to talk slow.
It was hilarious when we first met. Just hit it off, and she was talking just as fast as I was because we were both so excited, and I could just tell the minute she walked in, I started talking to her that she, one, was a professional. She was a professional trainer. She took this seriously, and two, she was passionate, and our views were in alignment. So, right on the spot, I'm like, you have to be part of the team. So we came up with fit lifestyle coaching. So tell us a little bit more, Lynda, about what all we're going to be offering with that.
So the thing with the fit lifestyle coaching is we can get to the gym and we can do a good job while we're there. We can be great as a mother. We can be great as a spouse. And at work, we're killing it. But for some reason, we just can't get all those goals in place when it comes to the fitness side of what we're doing. So the coaching is where we really sit down. We're going to dig in. We're going to figure out what we're doing, where we're missing, why we're missing it, and put all that stuff together and get a plan together. So that way we're going to be way more successful out of getting all of the points that we need to hit on a daily basis to get to those goals.
Absolutely. And the reason I've been wanting to implement this in Shred, and I think any gym needs this, is because, people come in, if you're going to, like maybe Aaron's gyms, they come in and they work out and they do their cardio. Who's holding them accountable?
Nobody.
Nobody. Yeah. Who's checking in to make sure they're doing the right things? They're eating the right way. They're doing the right amount of cardio. And the accountability in terms of hitting your fitness goals is huge. That's why some of the most successful people in the world have business coaches. It's no different than what she's offering in terms of a fit lifestyle coach. It's somebody to hold you accountable, give you knowledge, and help you get to where you want to be faster. So I'm very excited about what she's going to bring. We're kind of rolling it out and introducing it to everybody, but kind of give us, you've been in the industry for a long time, 20 years.
Yes, I have. Yes.
And she goes to the NASM, which is the National Association of Sports Medicine conference every year. So she stays up on her game. She's very well qualified for this position, but tell us a little bit about how you got into training and what you've done in the last 20 years.
So for me, it was more in the experience of, your life goes on, you get married, you have kids, and then it's like, what happened to my life? I had kids, I didn't die. So we're not living our life, we're not loving our life, and life is short, ladies, men as well. We need to learn to love the life that we are in. And so with this whole coaching aspect of it, what I do is we just put some new eyes on it, and we're going to take a look at it and just show you why it's so great to live your life. You have this body that moves with you every day, and we want to treat it well, and if we're good to it, it's going to be good to us. But I'm going to be here every step of the way to hold you accountable to what you're going to do, why you're going to do it, and the whole reason of why we are where we are and what our passion is and the place that we're going to get to together.
Absolutely.
That's really cool what you do, Lynda, because that's actually what I feel like is missing so much in the gym world. People hire a trainer, people get a gym membership, but then there's not somebody there to hold them accountable. Even after let's say they get the membership, they get the trainer, they work with the trainer for 6 weeks, and then they go out on their own. Majority of the time, that person falls off, and then all of a sudden now they're not in the gym anymore. And as a gym owner, that's sad to me because now somebody's paying me for a gym membership that they're not using. and then eventually one day they're just going to cancel the membership, and then now every goal that they had is gone. So what you're doing, I think, is massively important, and what's really missing in this industry, because now you have somebody that even you might not be working with them. I imagine you're not working with them every day, but you're keeping up with them every day via text or emails or something, just encouragements. And I think that's where, as a gym owner, I would love to be able to say we could do that with all of our members, but it's almost impossible.
Right.
So to have somebody that could come in and do that on the outside, I think that's fantastic what you're doing. And really what I think is going to take, it's 100% what's going to take that person now and get them to what they want to achieve is by hiring somebody like you.
Absolutely, because it's really easy to just hire a trainer, and then now you're at the gym and you're going, and then you kind of lose track of what am I doing and why am I doing it? My trainer's great, but my fervor and my fever is gone. So they just lose their way, and so there's no one there to discuss it with, be accountable to, so they need that other person to be involved in the process. Because a lot of times, as you know, as gym owners, both of you, people come by themselves. Very rarely do they have a buddy, or they start with someone and then one leaves and now they're on their own. So they really need that other piece of the puzzle to really get to be successful in where they're going. And then somebody cares. Yeah, I'm going to let you know if you didn't go to the gym today. Yeah, I'm going to talk about what you had for dinner last night, and yeah, I'm going to talk about, what happened over the weekend. So absolutely 100%.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So I've seen this as a missing piece, especially in my gym, and I've seen it in a lot of gyms. Any box gym, any big gym, there's not that accountability piece. There's not that knowledge piece. You come into this with an extreme amount of knowledge. Myself and my trainers and Aaron, people that come to his gym, we have knowledge, but very few people actually approach us to get that knowledge and get that accountability, especially with, at Shred KC with our classes. Anybody that trains one-on-one has that trainer for that accountability piece. You have to show up for your session. You have to be there. They should be updating your measurements and your meal plan and everything. But then I also have 200 people that come in and out for classes. How are, my 6-7 trainers supposed to keep all those people accountable? So the people that really need it have the opportunity now to reach out to Lynda, and it can be as much as you want. You can meet with her weekly, or just like a training session. You can sit down and assess everything weekly, monthly, or then every couple months or whatever they need, whatever that specific person needs. If they feel like they fell off the wagon, they can't get back on, schedule an appointment with Lynda, get back on, have her remotivate you, get back on the wagon, keep moving forward. But it was a huge missing piece in a lot of gyms, because people do. I was at 24 Hour Fitness when I first started training, and I just saw so many people come in the door, do the same exact thing, because they didn't have the knowledge. They didn't know what they're doing. They got on a machine. They did 12 to 15 reps because that's what the diagram said. And then they went and did an hour of cardio and they left, but they never looked any different. They never got stronger. They never, and they didn't have fun doing it. It's fun to set people new goals. Like, you meet with somebody, you set them a new goal. That's an objective. Like I said before, what... Tony Robbins had a business coach. Like any super successful CEO of a company typically has a business coach. I know a lot of very successful clients of mine that make a lot of money, and they have business coaches. Like I said before, it's no different than being in the gym. It's helping you get to your goals. Like, absolutely. I think it's going to be amazing.
Yeah, and I think what we've talked about before is, like, people are just afraid to spend that money. They think that, oh, I don't have that in my budget. But I think if we all looked at what we were spending money on, we could easily come up with something like that. And again, it's how bad do you want it? When we had Mott on,
yeah.
I don't know why I'm drawing a blank. We're have to cut this part out. I said, Steve, cut that part out. I don't feel bad.
No.
Yeah. When he was on, he said that you have to he wrote a big check. He wrote a check that was scary to him, because he knew if he didn't do it, he wasn't going to reach it. And I tell people that I had somebody come up to me just the other day about a meal plan. I overheard a conversation with him and another client talking about how he just can't get rid of his belly. And I walked by and I did the motion of, like, acting like I was eating and then a drink. And he goes, well, you drink too. And I said, yeah, but I eat what I need to eat. I go, how many times a day do you eat? And he said, twice. I said, well, that's not enough. I said, you're never going to lose that belly eating twice a day. So, but, again, I told him, I said, that's going to be the best money you ever spend is by buying a meal plan. And I feel the same thing with this. If you've gone in and gotten a gym membership before, but you've never reached your goal, and you join in January and you're done by February, and you get frustrated every year that you're still the following year look exactly the same, this is your opportunity to change your life for the rest of your life by coming in and hiring somebody that can really keep you on track, keep you motivated, keep you on the right track and positive to where this time next year you can look back and go, this is the best money I've ever spent in my entire life.
It's an investment, 100%.
Yeah.
You're investing in your health and wellness and well-being. I mean, we all need help. Nobody can go it alone. I don't care who you are. If you say you can, I'm sorry, I'm going to disagree with that. So really it's an investment in yourself. So it's not really spending money, it's investing. You're going to be a better person overall, better at work, better at home, better as a mom, better as a spouse, better as a daughter, better as everything. And so if you really take that approach, if I'm investing in my well-being, it's really just a minuscule amount.
Absolutely.
Right.
It is investment in yourself, and we spend stupid money on other bullshit things. Really look at your budget, look at your bank statement,
How much
see
is
how
that
much
coffee you just bought right there?
Well, between me and Nick's and a tip, that was $16 for 2 coffees. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. We like if you looked at your bank statement, took out all unhealthy things or took out stupid stuff that that's not making you better as a person or contributing to your health, you're gonna be like, oh damn, like I just don't think people realize that I blow all kinds of money. But with with my last getting ready for the Olympia, I hired somebody to coach me. Okay, which I invested the money. It was $300 a month for 3 months that I gave the guy to remotely update my meal plan. And why I did that? I've trained competitors. I know how to diet. But when I spent the money, he held me accountable, and I stayed on it more than if I was doing it myself, because I've tried to do it myself. Like it's hard. And we have podcasts. I have a gym. Like you said, you can't go at it alone. Like
Right.
I don't care how disciplined. There's very, very few people, like we talked about, that can do that at home workouts. There's the percentage of people that can actually stick with it at home workout and be disciplined is maybe 1% of the whole entire population or less.
Yeah.
But everybody else, this is a huge opportunity. And like Aaron said, you don't have to train with a trainer forever. So when you're with a trainer, they should be educating you. You should be knowing while you're working out. You should be knowing how to lift. You should be knowing your rep ranges. You should be knowing your cardio. You should be knowing your meal plan. But you may not want to spend $400, $500, $600 a month for the rest of your life to work with a trainer. But if somebody worked with us for say 8 weeks, okay, and I've seen so many people that have got to their goals. We've talked about it before. They've got to their goals and then they've disappeared, and then they come back and they had all their weight plus more back on like 6 months later. Mm-hmm. Use somebody like Lynda and say, okay, well, I'm done training here, but I still want to check in with Lynda on a monthly basis to keep me on track. Then you go from spending several $100s a month to just spending whatever $60, $70 to meet with a session with Lynda, and it keeps you on track. You're not putting that weight back on. It's accountability piece. So Linda's going to get your ass. Okay, if you're starting to put back on weight, you hit that alarm weight. If that scale goes off and the alarm weight goes, then you come in, you meet with her, and she gets you back on track. I think it's amazing. I love it.
But I also feel you have a really good point. You hire someone because sometimes you need a different set of eyes and you need a different thought process, because we are so wrapped up in our ways at times we can't barrel through because our vision is so narrow and so tunnel that just having someone from the outside saying, hey, so you've explained this to me and we've talked about this, so let's take this approach. And they were like, I never thought about that. And I'm like, I know, that's why I'm here, because we're going to nail it. And so that's what all this comes together. Mm-hmm. So it's just getting you past those stumbling blocks and showing you a better way to get to where we need to go.
Yeah, absolutely. And going back to the knowledge base and everything. So, even if you're training with a trainer, Lynda's been in the business for 20 years and she has different certifications and she's got different knowledge. It's a different set of eyes, like she said. Anytime I've done a cut, I've hired a different coach. And the reason I hired a different coach, not like the past coach was bad or anything. I hired a new coach, so I got another view on how they diet and how they do things, so I can learn and grow from that. So, even if you've worked with a trainer before, Lynda may tell you something completely different, or I might tell you something completely different. I've been, like I said before, I've been wanting to bring this to Shred for an extremely long time. And she walked in that day and we fast talked together. It was amazing. It was like, oh my gosh, she talks as fast as me. Yes.
I feel like that's going to be a new hashtag. Fast talk.
Fast talk.
Yeah.
Fast talk. Fast talk. Fast talk.
Yep. No, I think that's really cool. That's like I said, I just think that so many people I feel like just struggle with sometimes with stuff that's not even that difficult. But like you said, just having somebody there that's accountability. Like I said before, I wish as a gym owner I could speak to all thousands of members that I have, but that's just impossible. Right. Even though I feel like we do an okay job of trying to keep up with people that aren't there, but it's just not possible for us to keep up with everybody. and then they end up falling off the wagon. And it is sad to see, I mean, it's sad to see somebody who came in, like you said, they yo-yoed, they're all of a sudden they got down to their target weight that they wanted to be at, and now they're back up higher. And it's just, I think it's awesome what you're doing.
Thanks.
For sure. And like I said before, when I worked at 24 Hour Fitness and saw the same people come in and out, you saw the same people come and go. It's seasonal. It goes back to that episode we talked about yo-yo dieting and weight cycling. You don't have to do that. Like, you guys don't have to weight cycle. You need to turn this into a lifestyle. That's why she's called a fit lifestyle coach. I'd also want to be called, you could also be called the success coach, because you're working to help people succeed. And what was amazing is she brought in her binder, okay, to show me like her, it was it was a nice little binder. She had her logo on and everything, but she sat it down, and the things that she was showing me that she goes through with a consultation with somebody in terms of their fitness goals and where they're at, it was mainly mental, and I like some of the stuff that I never even thought about, about why I haven't reached my goals, and what triggers me to overeat, what triggers me to give up, what triggers me to self-sabotage. So when she sat her binder in front of me, even though we sit here and talk about mindset all the time, I was like, it's a different way of looking at it than I've ever looked at it. It's a new set of eyes. So tell us your experience. How did you learn all this, Lynda?
It's funny. A lot of it's trial and error, and it's research. If there's something out there that you're really passionate about, what do? You dig and you look and you find. And so that's what I've done. And there's some certifications out there that are now coming to be available, but in the past there was nothing. So it's just learning the techniques and understanding the process of really how do you get in your own way, and then how do you work on getting out of your own way. And that's really we work on. There's a lot of self-reflection. Nobody loves it. No one loves self-reflection, but you can't get to where you want to go if you don't really take a look at why you're not getting there to begin with. So work a lot with that. So guys, do not be afraid. This is really a great experience. It's something you really need to experience to understand how awesome a tool that it is to get you where you need to be. It's really kind of a no-brainer when you think about it. You're already coming to the gym.
Yeah, true.
And to me, you can take the gym completely out of that too. Just with what you're
100%.
doing for them, just in general in life, is going to, like you said, help them with business work. Like play with your kids better, have more energy to play with your kids at night. Have more energy to go with the ball field with your kid, and not be the one sitting back watching, but actually the one out on the field helping coach. So.
Yeah. And Lynda just said it's from experience.
Yes.
She's been training for 20 years. I'm sure she's worked with thousands of clients. So when you work with that many people one-on-one, you start to develop and figure out, what's going on with people. Just like I got certified. I got certified by NASM. Do I use 5% of what I do in my business, in my gym, when I'm training somebody, is what I learned in that certification. 95% is what I've learned through research and digging deeper and getting passionate about what I'm doing and trial and error. You learn a different method, you try it with your clients. Same thing with, with what you're bringing to the table.
100%, and I'm gonna be the first one to say, hey, you know what? I don't know. Let me look into that. I'm gonna dig deeper. We're gonna figure this out together. I do not know everything. I am constantly growing and learning and increasing my knowledge base. And there are some things we're gonna learn together, and I am totally fine with that, because that's what's so great about it, is everyone is different and unique, and that's the fun of it. That's the fun of getting in there and seeing what gets you motivated and seeing what gets you moving, and that's what I love, and that's why I do it, and that's why I will always do it, because I just love people and I love them to succeed. I want everyone to love their life, and that's really my goal.
Absolutely. 100%. I love that. So Lynda doesn't just do this in the gym. I mean, you don't have to be local. I'm sure we have listeners from all over the place here. You can remotely call in and have either Skype or Zoom or phone call, FaceTime conversation with Lynda. If you're listening to this from anywhere and you are going to the gym and spinning your wheels and you might need this, extra service, then get a hold of Lynda. Message us through the Shred KC page, the Shred podcast page, and we'll get you going on it and just hear what she has to say to you, because it may put a totally different set of eyes on what you're doing and completely change your life for the better, because there's a lot of people that are just spinning their wheels. And even in my gym, there's people that just come in and they're not reaching their goals. And that's why I wanted her so bad in Shred, because I do have 200 plus people that are coming to classes that we're not able to touch. We did the challenges and there's a lot of people that come in, but the amount of people in there, we can't make sure everybody's doing it right. It's just the numbers. There's 7 people that can't make sure that everybody's eating their meal plan every day and everybody's going hard and people aren't skipping workouts. So those people, I'm going to encourage them, and we have, by introducing you to the family, to reach out to her and just hear what she has to say and see what the missing piece is and let her take that and help you flip it around.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm excited. Shred is a great place to be. If you guys have not been by there, you've got to go. Go when there's a class going on. The vibe is so awesome. Everybody loves to be there. It is a unique gym. I'm so excited to be a part of it. And you guys really are missing out if you have not gone by there. Ryan is in it for the people. He has a heart for the people. And that's why I like Shred, because Ryan has that, and that's what you want. And I've just met Aaron, but he seems to be the same.
Aaron has a heart too. Yeah.
It's all right.
Yeah. You know, and you know, she's met everybody. You know, she's a part of the family now. You know, you got Jody Rue that hugged her right the first day she met
absolutely.
him.
That's a surprise.
Yeah. Shocker. Yeah. Shocker. Jody hugged her.
He just randomly walks down the street and hugs.
Yeah,
people.
right.
Yeah, he's great.
He's probably hugging somebody right this second.
But that's the.
Or
I mean,
animal.
think about the gym you go to. Has anybody at the gym you go to greeted you? Has anybody tried to have a conversation with you? Has anybody hugged you? You know, has anybody encouraged you? You know, there's gyms out there, you know, not, you know, that are kind of doing the same thing, but we do it the best. So. Shameless plug, but yeah, I mean, go to an environment. We talked about picking the right club. You know, Aaron's talked about it a lot, about picking the right place to where you feel home and you have that community. Because I've been, the last couple weekends, as you guys know, I've been going to all these, you know, business development things and self-development things, and what it boils down to is the community. People want to be part of something, you know, and whether you're hitting your goals or not, if you have a happy place, you know, and it makes you feel better about your day, if you've had a bad day, and you can go in somewhere and lift some weights and take some anger out or take some frustration or some stress out, that's the place you need to be. You can don't just go in and be just as sad when you walked in the gym as you're walking out of the gym.
Yeah, you might be at the right gym, you might be in the right community, but you're not putting your foot in the. You're not stepping in. You're not putting your full effort into it. You're not actually giving your all, and that's why the community's around you. You just start tapping into it yourself.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So I love the whole idea about this. Contact her through the Facebook page or through the podcast page. Hear what she has to say. Come by and meet her. I guarantee once you guys walk in the door and you meet Lynda, you'll know, like I knew right when I met her. And it, you know, like I said, it was a godsend. Right when she walked, right that same morning, I was talking to my trainers. I was looking at it, I was like, who wants to step up and do this? Like, look into certifications. Like, who wants to be in the spot? I need it. Later on the day, Lynda walks in. Hi, Lynda. You know, and so we start talking. We probably talked for 90 minutes the first time I met you.
Probably
and we were just
nonstop.
like,
Nonstop.
Bouncing bounce. I mean, we're seeing who could talk faster. Yeah. But once I ran out of breath, she took over. And once she ran out of breath, I took over. But,
pretty sure I was the winner.
Like I said, I'm surprised. I was completely blown away because, you know, but if what you want in your life, if you ask for it, it comes to you.
That's
so
right.
That Lynda showed up pretty fast. I thought it might take a little while, but she showed up really quick. She showed up later that day, like special delivery for us. But so thanks for listening, y'all. Are we good?
Yeah.
Is that time?
Yep.
All right. So check Lynda out. Don't be afraid just to come by and meet her and message.
Absolutely.
Just hear what she has to say. She'll talk to you for 5 minutes and you'll be like, okay, I need this in my life. Fit lifestyle coach. Come check it out. Make sure you're giving us some ideas. I mean, the last few episodes have been, you know, us kind of roundtable and stuff. If you want us to dive back into some nutrition stuff, some stuff for the holidays, we got a lot of stuff going on at Shred right now. A lot of things giving back to the community. If you guys want to be part of that, we're going to be posting everything we're going to be doing. So 'tis the season to give back, y'all. So thanks for listening. Tell your friends. You might help change somebody's life, or tell them about Lynda, that somebody's struggling. All right, that's all I got.
All right, sounds great.
Peace. Later.
One day at a time, we stay on our grind, humble all the time. Then we all gon' shine. I'm tuning in live. It's that Words by Rue anthem. Wake up in the morning.
You have been listening to Shred with host Ryan Waters, along with Aaron Simpson and Jody Rue. The Shred podcast is produced by Nick Parker and the Fredcast Network. Subscribe to Shred on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, or most any of your favorite podcast apps. Have a topic, idea, or question for Ryan and the gang? Connect with us on Facebook at Shred Podcast.
If you don't know, now you know. This that Words by Rue anthem. Too fresh, too clean. Any of my blacklist ring. Swish swash, swish swash.